Dear students, in this video I am going to teach you one of the most important normal form in context free grammar, Grayback normal form. So in a context free grammar is one of a type 2 grammar. So the context free grammar can be converted into two types of normal form, either CNF normal form or GNF normal form. So before converting into an normal form, the grammar has to be simplified. Simplified the sense we need to eliminate the unit production, null production and the useless symbol. So after eliminating all those unwanted redundant grammar, we can either convert it into the normal form such as CNF and GNF. In my previous videos, the simplification of the context free grammar I have explained, and also in one of my videos I have explained my CNF. So in this video we are going to see how to convert the grammar to a GNF. So the GNF normal form, it stands for Grayback normal form after the inventor Grayback. To convert a grammar into GNF normal form, it is very simple. It has to be in some certain format as like our CNF. So in a grammar is said to be a GNF if it has in this particular format, that is a non-terminal gives a terminal, something like this. A capital A gives some small a, something like this, or a non-terminal gives a terminal followed by n number of non-terminal. So I am used a closure notation. It means that it can have a non-terminal, or without that it can have like infinity of non-terminal, something similar to this. So here if a grammar is in this format, it is said to be a GNF form. If not the case, we have to convert that grammar into a GNF form. So the steps to convert GNF form, like our CNF, it is not like easily we can convert through substitution and all. So in converting a grammar into GNF, it required these steps. If you simply substitute it like through substitution as we do it in CNF, if we converted it, it won't give you a correct GNF form. So why this is very much important is that if you want to design a push down automata for a given grammar, only a converted GNF form will give you a reliable push down automata. If you want to convert a grammar to a PDA, push down automata, only if the grammar is in GNF form, it can be easily converted into a PDA, because we have a theorem, supported theorem only with that. So only GNF normal form is very important. So the steps to convert a grammar into a GNF is consist of these steps. First, as I said, we need to simplify the grammar. So we need to eliminate the null production, unit production and useless symbol. Useless symbol in such a way that if there is no generative symbol, or if there is no if it is not reachable from the start grammar, it is said to be a useless symbol. So these things, if you have doubts, you can see my previous videos. After simplifying the grammar, it has to be converted into a CNF form. So this is where the students may get confused, and in certain videos this was not given properly. That was a big concern. It has to convert it into a CNF form. It is very much mandatory. Then only you can able to get a reliable GNF. Because converting a grammar into CNF is very easy. It is a mere substitution. It has to be in the format of a non-terminal gives a terminal, or a non-terminal gives a exactly two non-terminal. After you are converted into a CNF form, we need to rename all the non-terminal like A1, A2, A3. It could be A1, A2, A3 or B1, B2, B3. It's depends upon the user, but 1, 2, 3 subscript has to be there. So once we renamed into A1, A2, A3, this should be like subscripts. Then we need to, the fourth step is to check the production such a way that it should be in the form like, that is, for example, if AI gives AJ, it should be in the format like I should be lesser than J. That is, A1 gives A2, fine. If something like A2 gives A1 means, we will take that production first and we will start the reduction. Then we will start the reduction or conversion into GNF. So if we have like 10 kind of production, we need to start the GNF conversion from some point. Simply we can't start from the start grammar and all. We need to identify the exact grammar from where we need to start the conversion. That starting point is being determined only by renaming the grammar and identifying this production where this I is greater than j. So once you identify such a production, either using two lemmas, there are in GNF there are like two lemmas, either using lemma 1 or lemma 2, it has to be converted into a GNF. So what is this lemma 1 and lemma 2? Lemma 1 is a mere substitution. Lemma 1 is a very mere substitution, and also it is not mandatory that in a problem both lemma has to be come. Sometimes using lemma 1 itself we can able to easily convert a grammar into a GNF, or using only lemma 2 we can able to convert a grammar into a GNF. It is not mandatory that both lemmas has to be arrived for certain conversion. Please remember. Okay, as I said, lemma 1 is a mere substitution. You see that here we have like an example. This is from the theorem, that is, let a grammar let it be of VTPS and A be an some non-terminal with a production like this, where A gives capital A. So here this left the A gives capital A and alpha. It is not mandatory that this A and this A should be equal. Even it could be like capital B also, nothing will be wrong. There is nothing, there is no rule that these both should be equivalent. If a non-terminal gives some non-terminal with some set of alpha, this alpha could be a terminal or non-terminal, that is not a problem. If that is the case, and we have another production, that is if B gives some set of production like betas, betas also could be a terminal or non-terminal, whatever the case, we can simply substitute the value of B into that A likewise. So this is possible. This is a mere substitution. That is said to be lemma 1. The lemma 2, the most confusional lemma is that if we have a grammar something look like this, that is a production A, this is here I can't change it at all, it is very much mandatory that this A and this A should be equivalent. That is, production A is given by A some alpha 1, A some alpha 2 and so on, and after some set of redundancy with A, I have some other production with either this beta could be a terminal or non-terminal. If I am having some set of production looking like this, I can able to divide this production into two. How I am dividing is that they are asking us to introduce a new terminal, let it be X or anything else, but it should not be equal what the terminal which is available in your grammar sum, and let us introduce a new non-terminal X, and we will create a new grammar, that is G dash gives V dash T dash T P dash and S, where V dash with this new terminal X and all these value, and the production how they ask us to change is that they are literally eliminating this left recursion, because this A and LA is something said to be like a left recursion. How they are eliminating this left recursion in such a way that A production gives all betas, A production gives all betas, and A production gives beta with X, where this X is equal to all alphas, X is equal to all alphas and X is equal to alpha X. So likewise we can they have divided this single production into like this 4 set of production. I think while solving the problem it could be easily understand. Okay, let us solve this problem. Let me take a pointer. Okay, so this problem I am not typing it, I am just explaining it by showing it. So the next problem, let me type it and explain to you. So here they have given a GNF and they ask us to convert it into, so they have given some grammar and they were asked us to convert it into a GNF. And here for simplicity I have given the CNF and GNF form. So CNF form means a non-terminal gives terminal, and non-terminal gives exactly only two non-terminal, whereas a GNF form is something like non-terminal gives a terminal and non-terminal gives a terminal with n number of non-terminal. Some grammar that non-terminal gives an epsilon is also an allowable CNF or GNF form. Okay, and lemmas and also I have given the side way. Okay, now step 1 is actually we need to find the unit epsilon production, null production, something like that. So in this grammar there is no epsilon production, in this grammar there is no unit production, and in this grammar we need to check for useless symbol. A is generating, B is generating a terminal, and from this start symbol I can able to reach A and B, so there is no useless symbol. Okay, step 1 is finished. Our step 2 is that we need to convert this grammar into CNF form. CNF form is something like this. So you can see that it is exactly like our CNF form. So the problem itself they have given to you into a CNF form, so half of the work has been done. Step 3 is that we need to rename these grammar non-terminal as A1, A2, A3 and so on. So here always the start symbol start with an A1. So here I am going to rename in such a way that S gives A1, A gives A2, B gives A3, something like that, and I have renamed accordingly. Okay, and I have equated as equation 1, 2 and 3. Now our step 4 is that we need to check the condition that the left hand side should in the subscript should be lesser than the right hand side subscript. So here you can see that A1 and A2, so this is less, no problem. A2, A3, this is less, no problem. Then A3, A1, so this is where we can start from. So this is used only to give us some hint from where we need to start. So I am just taking this equation 3. Equation 3 is not in the format, so I am just taking it. So what lemma should I implement? So I have two lemma. One is like substitution lemma. The second lemma is that left removal of a kind of left recursion removal. You can see very well that this A3 and this A1, so it is not similar. So only in lemma 1 they have said that we can go for substitution. So simply using lemma 1, I am going to substitute the value of A1 over here. So what is the value of A1? A1 value is A2 and A3. So that's what it has been replaced. In equation 3, I have substituted the value of A1 over here. So now A3 becomes A2, A3, A2 and A. So again you can see that this 3 is greater than A2. So what we can do? Again this both sides were not equivalent, so I can't go for lemma 2. So the only thing is that I can go only for lemma 1, which is mere substitution. That is, in this particular first leftmost occurrence, I can substitute the value of A2. Now the A2 value has two values, A3, A1 and also B. So what happened, as I have like two values A3, A1 and B, I substitute twice and I have created this grammar. Okay, so I have merely substituted. So now I have some grammar something look like this. Now again it is not in GNF form, but one thing has occurred. You can see that this A3 and A3, so the left hand side have become equivalent, something like left recurrence. So what I can do is that I can now use the lemma 2. So what's my lemma 2? For simplicity I have written here. So in lemma 2, if I am having something like this, that is A gives A, alpha 1 and so on, and this beta 1, I can just subdivide this into A gives beta or beta x, where x gives alpha and alpha x. So here you can see this is my, you can see that this is my A. I am just written here, this is my A, this is my alphas, this is my alphas, and these are my betas, beta 1 and beta 2. Okay, so now what can I do? So using these lemmas, I can simply write that A3 gives betas. Am I right? So A3 gives beta. What is beta? B, A3, A2 and A, and A3 gives beta x. So this one with an x added. Again x gives what? This alpha. So alpha and alpha x. So that's one, I made it as an equation 6, 7, 8, 9. And by seeing here you can see that this A3 equation with a terminal with some non-terminals and terminal with some non-terminal. So this becomes a GNF form. This becomes a GNF form 6 and 7. And here A1 and A2 which is not in a GNF form. So now what I have to do is that I have to go back to my equation. So already my 1 and 2 are not in GNF, but my A3 becomes a GNF. So in equation 2, in this side, as my A3 has become a GNF, if I substitute that A3 over here, my A2 equation also becomes a GNF. So what I am doing? So I am substituting this 6 and 7 into, so that my A2 is also becomes a GNF. This is a mere substitution. So you can see that my A2 has like A3, A1 or B. So already B, A3, A1 or B. So A3 has the value of B, A3, A2, A1. Again A, A1. Then B, A3, A2, X, A1. Then A, X, A1. Then B. Now A2 becomes a GNF. So 6 A3 becomes a GNF and A2 becomes a GNF. Now I want to check for my A1. A1 is A2, A3. So again, by substituting the value of A2 by lemma 2, by substituting value of A2, now substituting 10 in 1, now A1 is also becomes a GNF. So how? See here, it is simply A2, A3 followed by A3. So whatever I have here, you just follow it by A3, that's it. My A1 is also becomes GNF. So A1 becomes GNF, A2 becomes GNF, A3 becomes GNF, but my X is still not a GNF. So even though this is a new substitution, it has to be in a GNF form. So it is leftmost non-terminal is A1. Now A1 is GNF. Simply substitute the value of 11 in 8 and 9. That is, it has to be followed by A3, A2 and A3, A2X. So A3, A2 and A3, A2X. So this B grammar is also now become the GNF. Pakka. Now the students used to do all this stuff and forgot to write the answers. So now take down all the solution into a box and write, this is my A1 grammar, this is my A2 grammar, A3 and X grammar. So still, if you want to give a refined answer, what you can do, still you can resubstitute the value of A1, A2, A3 as S, A and B, and you can write the answer, but that is not that much necessary. So this is enough. From here we can easily convert that into a PDA. I hope you understand this. Let me solve another problem. Okay, so this is the problem actually. So this is the problem actually. So same problem only. So simplicity, I have put in the box and everything. So we need to convert this into a GNF form, and first step is I need to check for null production. So there is no null production. Then I need to check for unit production. There is no unit production, no unit production. Then I need to check for generative thing. A is generating, from S I am reaching A, so no useless, symbol, all are fine. The step 2, I need to convert it into a CNF form. CNF form means a terminal, non-terminal gives a terminal, a non-terminal gives a two non-terminal. So it is in CNF form. So I need to change it. Step 3 is that I need to rearrange it. So let me rearrange it. That is S equivalent to A1, and let me consider A equivalent to A2. Likewise, let me rearrange it. So my grammar will look like A1 gives A2 or small a. Likewise, A2 gives, S is A1, so A1 or B, and let me mark it this as equation 1, and let me mark it this as equation 2. Okay, wow. So now the next step is I need to check that this I and j should be equal. So A1 gives A2, fine, but A2 gives A1 is not fine. So equation 2 is not in the format. And what lemma could I put? So as both are not equivalent, I cannot put this lemma 2 and all. So I can use lemma 1. So using lemma 1, that is give me a substitution only. So what I am going to do, a2 gives, so what is the value of a1? I need to substitute the value of a1 over here. The value of a1 is a2 or a. So simply a2 a1 or a1 then b. So you can see these two become a GNF form, that is a terminal with a non-terminal, but this still it's not a GNF form. Okay, so the thing is that this one and this one is now equivalent. So it is something like left recursion. So what happened? I can use lemma 2. So here we can apply lemma 2 as both the thing are equivalent. So by using lemma 2, what happened? If this is the so, I will be taking this as these as alpha and the entire these one as betas. These is alphas and these as betas. So now what happened? My equation will look like, so a2 gives only beta and beta x. So here my beta is a1 b, then with an x. So let me write it in the same thing, a1 with an x, then b with an x. Likewise, I need to find it x, where x is equivalent to my alphas. My alphas is a2 a1. So a2 a1 or a2 a1 x. So this becomes my equation 3 and this becomes my equation 4, and you can see that these had become my let me use some green color. This has becomes my GNF. This has become my GNF. So my A2 had become GNF. So now let me copy the same thing because it will be useful for us. So let me copy A1, A2 over here and my converted this one into here. All my equations let me copy to the next slide, so it will be useful. Okay, now as this one becomes my GNF, now what can I do? I can substitute the value of A2 either in x or in A. So substitute 3 in 1. Substituting 3 in 1, what happened? My A1 gives, so what is my A2? A2 is this entire thing with A2 to be followed. So let me copy this and let me make it uncolored so it will be visible, followed by A2. Am I right? So A2 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 A2, and also I have a over here, so which I should not forget. So this becomes my equation 5, which is a GNF form. You can see that in terminal with the non-terminal, terminal with a non-terminal, terminal with a non-terminal, simply terminal. Pakkawa. Now A1 becomes GNF, A2 becomes a GNF. Now I need to convert x. X is followed always by A2. So substitute 3 in 4. What happened? So what is x? X is A2 with A1, then A2 with A1 x. So let me copy the thing. No color. So it is A2 followed by A1. So make it as A1, 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 then again A2 followed by A1x. So I just need to add some x, that's it. So add some x, x, x and x. So I think I don't have any small terminals and all. So this is my grammar. So finally my solution is, I think I may require more space, so let me reduce this thing. So my solution is, first I need to take that A1, no, so A1, this is my A1. So solution is A1, then my A2, so this is my A2, which was the first one to become a CNF. Okay, then my x, then my x. So this is my final solution. So if you want, we can rewrite that. What is A1 actually? A1 is yes, and this one, if you want, we can rewrite this. Okay, if this is the case, let me copy that over here. So if you want, you can rewrite that A1 as yes. So wherever A1 comes, you can convert it into s. Yes, here this one as s, this one as s, again here s, 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 yes, 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 this one yes, this one yes, 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 so many s. Then A2 as B, not B, A. So simply I can delete that 2 over here. So A, where here also A. Okay, that's it. So this has become, this, it is not required. If you want, we can rechange it, and that will give you an answer. So here you can see that I had used both the lemmas, lemma 1 and lemma 2. Even without that also, we can able to find an question and we can do it. I hope you can understand. Thank you.